we are here. So, hello, Natalie.
Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Thank you so much for coming, to taking the time for this little interview. I'm really, really excited. So, basically, Natalie is the owner of Akirma Luxe.
hmm
This is how you pronounce cool. Yes, we met on the Black on Markets, and I was really, really excited to meet you in person, first of all, but also yeah, you're gonna talk about yourself and tell the people like who you are, and how you started your brand. Um, yes, and let's go from there.
Hi, everyone. My name's Natalie, as Sasha said. I'm the owner of Akirma Luxe. So, Akirma Luxe is a skin and hair care brand, and our main focus is on sensitive skin. So, we use organic and natural ingredients to create products for the skin that is sensitive and inflamed. And how I started, well, I've been making products for a good long while, and I started because I suffer with lupus, and so I started to get really inflamed skin, and started to suffer from hair loss, and I needed to create something that I could use for my hair and my scalp that wasn't harsh and didn't cause any reactions. And so I designed my hair and scalp oil and a hair butter, and then realizing that the hair butter was also beneficial for the skin as well. So those were my first two products. So I've been making those for years, but I officially launched December 2020. And so yeah, nearly 2 years now.
Bravo. Yes. Amazing. Well done. And so you talked about like the fact that you had lupus and that kind of like this journey inspire you to create your own brand. So can you a little bit describe your experience with lupus and yes, about the whole hair loss that's that's been caused by lupus?
So in terms of hair loss, when I look back actually, and I think of my childhood, I've always suffered with alopecia, a patch here and a patch there, but not really paying too much mind to it because back then you're more focused on looking good and slicking your hair back and doing your styles, and so I didn't really pay much attention to it. And then really sadly, I had a stillbirth, 2004. And through that, they did some tests and investigations. And that's when they realized I had lupus and a blood clotting disorder. But I was very in denial about the lupus, and I just carried on doing what I was doing until I was on my fourth pregnancy. After that, I really started to suffer with skin lesions and lesions on the scalp, and I had patches everywhere that I couldn't cover up, and that sparked me to go back to the hospital again, where they re-diagnosed me. So it's been a journey. Touch wood, I would say that my health has not been too bad with lupus because some people suffer really badly with it. And I've been on medication, but now I'm not on any medication. So yeah. So yeah, my hair, fortunately, I do have one patch that just will not grow back. It won't grow back. It's scarred over. There's no hair follicles there. But thankfully, a lot of my other patches that I had all over my scalp have grown back. So I'm just grateful for that.
That's amazing. Bless you. Like honestly, really, really great. And um, yes, I think people don't really know about lupus and might like you talking about how it shows might be like, maybe I should actually check because it must be one of those like disease that you, oh, okay, yes, I have this on my head, but as you
Yeah.
said at first, you were like, okay, let me push this back until your fourth pregnancy and stuff. So yes, thank you for sharing this. um So during this period of time, what challenges would you say that you faced and how you really overcame them?
So I would say with lupus, the biggest challenge is getting properly diagnosed, because it's an autoimmune disorder that mimics a lot of other illnesses. And if you don't find the right specialist to give you the right blood tests and to monitor you properly, it's really hard to get diagnosed. So the first thing I would say is listen to your body. You know yourself better than anybody else, even better than the doctors. So keep pursuing, keep pressing if you really know and feel that something is not right. I think the biggest challenge is having to talk about it and explain it to people, because people don't quite understand, because on the outside you look perfectly well, but on the inside you're actually achy, you're tired, you know, your hair could be falling out, there could be all sorts of things going on, but from the outside you don't look sick. And that's what I feel, and that's what I hear from a lot of people that suffer with lupus, is that you just don't see it. You can't see it in the person. It's not, you know, unless, you know, they've been hospitalized or it's caused, you know, something that's really visible. So that's one of the challenges. And just accepting it and knowing that you possibly might have to be on medication for the rest of your life. That was a big challenge for me, I think. But I decided to really do some research and look into ways to help myself, you know, changing diet, exercise, lifestyle, sleep and rest. And so I think that really helps.
Do you feel like you had the right support system? Like how did you find your support? Because you're saying like the hardest is kind of like to accept, and some people might not understand what is going on. So did you like go to charity, support group, or do you feel like your friends and family were enough to give you the support that you needed?
Yeah, so I'm actually lucky in that my friends and my family were really close, really tight, and I've got a good group of friends around me. But they do have support groups, Lupus UK, who we give a percentage of ourselves to. They have some really good networks, and speak to your consultants, your doctors as well, because they have some great connections, you know, groups to join, support groups. But it is important to have a good support network, and it's important to ask for help. I'm not very good at asking for help. So that is something I had to learn. So
The
yeah,
hardest.
yeah.
Yes, that's the hardest, like from disease to business to any type of problem. I feel like, I don't know if it's because of our cultural background or anything like this, but as women, we used to feel like, I mean, we feel like we can do it by ourselves.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
especially if you have kids, like how can you dealing with 4 kids already and you have this going on to you? So yes, it's really important to ask for help. So, you know, as you know, I want to bring awareness about hair loss, and the benefits of the crown as well, because I realize how it's actually really something that women suffering from hair loss need. And I would love to know like about the headwear when you had your hair loss. Did you find anything on the market? And if so, what was the options? And how, like, finding the crown now, like, how do you feel like it would have helped you at the time?
Oh my word. I say if I had something, because you know, you look at people's head wraps and you just think, oh, they look so beautiful. And then you come home and you try to do it.
Not the same result at all.
Get it right. And so many times I cut my hair all the way back because I couldn't find good covering. You know, you don't always want to wear a cap or a bandana or a scarf tied. You know, so really difficult to find headwear. So when I saw you, and I actually spotted you on Instagram a good while ago, and it was like when I started as well. And then when I started doing markets, I was saying to you, every time you was at a market, I was at a different market, and I was like, oh, I must eventually one day we are going to meet
One day, and we did.
Edra, and I have, yes.
Beautiful, love it.
Love it, love it. Absolutely. I just think to have a choice of different colors and, you know, plain material, different colors, to wrap it and style it, and to go out and feel confident, and, you know, to feel classy and sexy, and, you know, just to make you feel good. It just, honestly, you don't know what you're doing. It's just amazing.
I'm
It's
so
amazing.
happy. I'm so happy. Like, yeah, I'm really happy to be able to do this, you know, and I want to be able to share this to all these women, because the more I do my research and the more I realize how, I mean, I kind of like knew at first when I began how hair was so important to women. Like there is something about women and their hair, and but I always saw it like having hair, how much it's a lot, but I never saw the other aspect of it, of not having hair, how it can affect you mentally and really destroy who you, like you lose who you are. So yes, it's, thank you for saying this, and I'm really happy to, you know, bring this option to the ladies. And so the last question is just like, what recommendation would you give to ladies that are based on your own experience, that are going through lupus and are going to watch your video and be like, okay, if you had one thing that you want them to know or to keep in mind, what would it be? I mean, one thing, it can be a different thing, but you get what I mean.
I think it all kind of leans off of listening to your body. Listen to your body, take the time to rest when you need to rest. Do things when you feel well, but don't overdo it. You know, sleep is very important. You know, we all like nice food, but some foods, they kind of like make your body produce inflammation. So you really have to look at your diet as well. And just be kind to yourself. You know, those days when you are achy and you can't get out of bed, try not to feel guilty. Just be kind to yourself. You know, resting is such a great healer. We don't realize until it's too late, until we've done too much, you know, and then you get into a flare, and then it takes you weeks and months to recover. So just listen to your body and take your time. I think that's the advice that I would give.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Remind people where we can find you on social media. And yes, I'm going to write in the description, but please just remind to the people who you are and where can we find you.
Yeah, so Akirma Luxe is my brand. You can find me on Instagram at Akirma Luxe, and my website is akirmalux.co.uk.
Nice. Thank you so much, my love.
Thank you.
Thank you.